very strongly.
Remember who you are.
Yeah, Simba.
Ugh.
Incredible, incredible. So, in the spirit of the movie, which is all about growing up and evolving and finding your place in the world, I'd love to know a little bit about you when you were growing up.
I was almost identical to Anna.
I couldn't stop acting out Disney movies in the living room.
I was Anna, but much messier.
I was a nerd.
I was clumsy, I was goofy.
I was probably Olaf growing up, and I still am.
I was that kid who did a show almost every weekend.
I always loved playing piano, and there's lots of pictures of me and a record player and a tape recorder just making stuff up.
Were there any moments that you feel or remember that you felt really grown up? Like, this is the moment that it happened?
Just started to feel like that for the first time.
Yeah.
And my kid is 6.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that I've ever felt like that.
Oh, wow, growing up.
'Cause I even look at my kids now and I think, wow, am I an adult now?
And my wife tells me frequently that she's like, I have 2 children already. I don't need a third. And I say, well, you're stuck with me, sister.
I think for me it wasn't until I became a mother. Once I became protective as a parent, I finally was like, oh, you're an adult now.
5 years old, my oldest daughter looked at my wife and I, and then like that, she started crying. And we looked at her and we're like, are you okay? And she goes, I don't want to grow up.
In many ways, I think I'm still growing up.
We all have that phase. I think that is a part of all of our evolutions from child to adult.
We all hope it'll make sense when we're older.
Yeah, that's a good point.
My grandfather died on my 10th birthday.
Way
And
to
I remember
bring down the mood of this interview.
I remember standing over his casket, the revelation that he was never going to wake up, and feeling like the emotion come up in my throat and be like, whoa, okay, that was the first moment.
Were there any stories that really stuck with you and helped you on your journey of growing up?
Belle, the way that she's beautiful but misunderstood and kind of weird and loves to read, and when she sings that song, I Want Adventure in the Great Wide Somewhere,
Yeah.
I want so much more than they have planned. I think that was what really, I still kind of cry when I hear that one.
Yeah, I'm a Lion King dude.
Ugh.
Like my pops passed away when I was fairly young, so like just fathers and sons, and that one still lives with me.
Bambi that was emotional and yet quickly turned to comedy with Thumper on the ice.
I really liked Snow White and Rose Red because it was the one that had two girls in the story.
I liked The Jungle Book. I just loved all those songs.
Pinocchio was it for me. There are things that Pinocchio went through, but he survived in the end and came out stronger for it.
I'd love to know a little bit about how Anna has evolved and grown up in this movie compared to the first.
This movie, Anna is struggling with her codependency. She lives for Elsa, she lives for people around her, but you've never really seen her alone or do anything for herself. So Anna's song in this movie, The Next Right Thing, is sort of my personal mantra of what do you do when you're feeling like you have no one to live for or you're feeling a lot of anxiety. You just do the next right thing.